Hello YouTubers, just to let you know I've got a new bike in the stable. No, it's not the 125 today, it is a very sexy GSF 650 Bandit, also known as Bandit 650, 2007. It's got a very cool Beowulf exhaust on it. There's the stock one there. The stock one was extremely quiet, bit shit. It did come with a back box, but I've removed that obviously, partly because it sort of spoils lines at bike, and secondly you can't see through mirrors for it because it's in way. I was going to remove the bracket and take it off completely, but I thought the box may come in handy at some point in the future, so I've just stored it away and I'll just put it on when I need it. Obviously it's a vast improvement from a 125, both acceleration and brakes. The front brakes was quite dirty when I got it. It's been neglected a little bit. While the front and rear brakes was extremely dirty and they were sticking on slightly. So just basically took them off and cleaned them. I don't know if you're familiar with Dellboys garage. I'll put a link in the description. Anyway, he just basically told about Bandit brakes. I just basically did the same thing, took them off screen and cleaned them with some soapy water. Good old toothbrush, and they come up like new. They looked like really rusty and pitted, but I cleaned them and there wasn't, it was just brake shit. Also when I got this, the cam chain was rattling really loudly, and it was quite a worry. I feared the worst, obviously. What it basically is, the cam chain tensioner, even though it's supposed to be automatic, they get stuck. I did get advice to take it off and clean it, which you can do, but because of access, I don't know if you can see or not, it's basically behind all the oil pipes. It is an absolute bastard to get to. You have to take all tank off, all carbs off, everything, and there's no way I'm doing that. So what I basically did, I got one of these. It's a Torx driver. Don't know what size it is, I'm sorry. Anyway, you can just about wiggle it in there, very awkwardly and difficultly, and that's putting it mildly. Basically what you do is, there's two nuts on either side, not the big one in the middle, because that releases a spring, and that is a really bastard to get back on. I just basically undone the two locking screws at the side, very slightly, very carefully on both sides. Keep swapping from one side to the other. It does take quite a considerable amount of time because, like I said, access is a nightmare to get in there. Basically, you keep backing them off until you hear a click. The click is basically the cam chain tensioner adjusting out one to make it tighter. One or two clicks is fine, but try and keep it to one if you can. Tighten them back up and then start the bike. It's no improved, and then do the same thing again and do another click. I did one click on this and it's fine, it runs like a dream. I can't really start it up because I got the keys, it's in the house. I forgot to bring them out like a penis, but no doubt I'll be doing loads more videos on this. And I did, like I just said, I backed them off till it clicked, tightened them up, and it's fine now. No more knocking, no more rattling. I did get the bike quite cheap because of that, because the previous owner thought the engine was on its way out, and so did I, to be honest, and it was a risk buying it. But after a bit of googling, searching and things, I managed to figure out the cause. Also on these Bandits, which is an issue everybody knows obviously, so drop my thing. Me torque bits fell out. Stick that back in there. The oil pipes. see them or not. Basically, all the oil pipes up front get extremely rusty and horrible. I don't mean just the radiator ones, the actual oil pipes on the engine, what's right at the back. Like every Bandit, and this was no exception, there was extremely rusty. I tapped on them with a screwdriver. They seemed to be solid enough. They were just really rusty, and I didn't want them to get any worse. So I painted them with some rust kill or whatever the fuck it's called. Basically sends it black. It stops it getting any worse. Obviously don't make it any better, it just stops it getting worse. I painted them with them, let it dry, and then sprayed them with some heat black paint. I did the downpipes as well. I'm not sure if that's such a good idea, but to be honest, it was that awkward to get in there to paint it. I'm going to get them hot pipes anyway. So ready to see. Anyway, it's the oil pipes on the engine anyway. So I just thought, fuck it, did them all black. It matched the engine, and the notorious link pipe gets rusty as well. This wasn't rusty, but as a precaution, I just painted it all black up to what do you call it? Up to the link pipe, just to stop it getting rusty in future, basically. So I didn't want to replace all this lot, so I stuck a bit of heat paint on there just to present can't talk today. Preventative measure to stop it getting rusty, or rotting rather. But the oil pipes are the worst thing on these. They are really bad. But obviously it's a Bandit, and they all are. So I'll definitely advise painting them as soon as possible, because if they're not rusty now, they soon will be, and believe me, they rust fast quick. So I've painted them, obviously, like I've just said. What can I say, really? It's a Bandit 650. If you're not familiar with these, believe you me, everyone should own a Bandit. It is extremely fast, obviously. The throttle response is obviously brilliant, but it's not aggressive throttle. You know, it's quite forgiving. So if you've come from a 125 and you're expecting to go for a big bike, obviously you're going to, definitely recommend a Bandit, because it is quite forgiving on small mistakes you may make. Especially with this A model, it's ABS, so obviously the brakes are forgiving, the throttle's forgiving. You know, you open it up and it does gear up sort of a warning, if you will, before it takes off. You know what I mean? It's not aggressive where you daren't breathe on the throttle because it'll set off like a crazy mad machine. It's not like that at all. It's a very easy bike to ride, and it's very forgiving. Obviously it's extremely fast, I've just said that, but believe you me, it is. Oh, the exhaust, I took the baffle out just to make it sound more sexy. And it does, it sounds very sexy, but unfortunately I can't start it. Speed, yes, it's... Go on, I'll do the top speed. I'll discuss the dirty thing of top speed. It's rated for 120 miles an hour according to bike specifications looking at the internet, but I'll tell you right now, that's lying a lot. I can't do a speed up because it's digital. It is, I will be honest and say it does 149 miles an hour. Because I went to fetch it yesterday from, not yesterday, the day before, so from Leeds. And yeah, of course you have to test your motorcycle, don't you? And me coming from 125, I got a little bit greedy. I've just noticed the paint's got blue speck in it. I didn't know that. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I didn't know it got green and blue speckles in the paint. Anyway, yeah, so I've tested it. It does 149 miles an hour. I don't think it's been modified in any way. It seems pretty stock to me, apart from the exhaust I put on. I don't like make that much of a big difference. It's only an exhaust. But anyway, it does 149. And I've realised that's illegal and I don't recommend it. And it was only for a few minutes just to test it, and then I calmed down to the normal 70 miles an hour. I'm not a hooligan, despite despite it may seem like that way. So the Bandit seats normally rip round here as well. This is not. I think it's probably a new seat because it's really thick fabric. And it's got this little hump thing here, which I don't think's stock. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this bit's stock. I'm sure that's a different seat, but it's very nice. It got someone's fitted a Scott's oiler on it as well, which is quite nice down there. The bottle's empty, obviously I need to order some fluid for it. Someone's put a pigtail on it. I'm not sure where that is. Where is it? Is that it? Yeah. Someone's put a pigtail on it. I'm not sure if that's for a battery pigtail or whether it's for a heated jacket. I'm not sure what that is. It's one or other. I've got no use for it, so I may take it off. Anything else? Wait a minute. No, the throttle's stuck slightly. It's okay now. It was two things. It was someone's tightening this on too tight, so I cut the rubber, and the actuator on the carb was sticking a little bit, so I put some WD-40 on that, cut the rubber, and that's cured. That's fine. The clutch was a bit stiff, so I put some WD-40 down the cable, and that's cured that. Other than that, no problems whatsoever. It's a 2007, and mileage has got 40,000 on the clock, which seems like a lot, but for a Bandit, that's very broken in. That's absolutely nothing at all. I've seen these go for 80, 90,000 miles, no problem whatsoever. If you look after them, they run forever, Bandits. They're really super reliable. So for a first big bike, I would definitely recommend getting a Bandit. I come from, obviously you've seen me in the videos, I come from a YBR. Do you know the back tyre is really small on the YBR? No. Quite an improvement. Anyway, that's it. Short and sweet. Like I said, if you're coming from a 125 for a first big bike, definitely get a Bandit. It's fucking awesome. It's very fast, but it's not crazily fast, so you can handle it. You know what I mean? It's a good big bike to get used to. I'm not planning on getting a different bike. I'm perfectly happy with a Bandit. People say, oh, it's a 650, blah blah blah. Believe me, trust me, 650 is plenty of power. Alright, that's it. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe and all that YouTube stuff. See you later.